What is up, my spectacular Spider Spy spectator spec powers here? You can call me Mr. Spider-Man fan or Mr. Marvel fan because it is time for me to do a YouTube video on a review on the DVD of Spider-Man Far From Home. That is right, viewers. The 2019 hit Marvel Cinematic Universe film starring Tom Holland, Zendaya, Samuel L. Jackson, Jake Gyllenhaal, Marissa Tomei, Jon Favreau, to name a few, and it goes on and on and on. And so this is the Blu-ray and DVD and digital combo pack that I bought some years ago. There's Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Quentin Beck, Mysterio, Happy Hogan, Nick Fury, and MJ. There's the Shield Jet, Big Ben, cars. There's I think that's Venice right there, or something. I think so. There's that bridge in London. There's Mysterio and Spider-Man fighting each other. No endgame for Spidey. He's flying higher than ever. From Peter Travers from Rolling Stone. The nice webbing and the logo title. Spider-Man, Marvel Studios, Spider-Man, Far From Home. And here's the back. Wildly entertaining from Richard Roper, Chicago Sun-Times. Spider-Man with the graffiti memorial graffiti of Tony Stark, Iron Man. Here's this. Feel free to pause and read this. Some special features. There you go. The digital copy instructions. I don't need digital copy. I just got this. So yeah, this movie came out in summer of 2019 when I had just graduated from high school at the time. 2019 was a very memorable year for me. I graduated from high school, Avengers Endgame came out, Spider-Man Far From Home came out, Captain Marvel came out, Shazam came out, The Walking Dead Season 9 came out, and they introduced the Whisperers. That was something. Oh, and Magna and her friends. And so here's the inside. There's an ad for the Spider-Man PS4 game that came out at the time. And oops, sorry. There's stuff here. Here's disc for this one, the DVD version, and the disc for the Blu-ray version. Really nice. See Spider-Man in his red and black suit, and Spider-Man in this stealth suit, like as a tribute to Spider-Man Noir. Really cool stuff. So yeah, it's about Peter Parker and his friends from Midtown High, his high school. They go on a school field trip during the summer to Europe. They go to Venice, Italy, London, England, etc. And during the time, so he gets a mission from S.H.I.E.L.D. that he has to investigate these creatures known as the Elementals attacking Europe, all over the place in Europe, and he has to team up with a guy named Mysterio to stop these Elementals. One's Molten Man, one's supposedly a tribute to Sandman, but I don't know if it was like Sandman eventually showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home, and the other one's Hydra Man, and it was really interesting, and a lot of these elementals, and then later, and also in the meantime, Peter Parker / Spider-Man is trying to move on from Tony Stark's Iron Man's death after Endgame, because this is set right after Endgame, after Iron Man, Black Widow died, and he's trying to adjust to it. And Spider-Man really, he takes words from Iron Man a lot in this movie, and in this time he's liking MJ, unlike in the first movie where he liked Liz Toombs, Vulture's daughter, and he builds up his relationship with MJ, and Ned helps him, etc. And oh, spoiler alert, and Ned forms a romantic relationship Forget what was I gonna say. He forms a relationship with Betty Brant, which is really interesting, and that's a big deal throughout this movie. And it's really interesting, and a lot of cool effects, a lot of obstacles for Spider-Man in this movie, um, more character development, new gadgets for Spider-Man, new abilities, etc. And spoiler alert, later on it turns out that Mysterio was behind the elementals. He's the mastermind. He's actually the bad guy, and they're like illusions, special effect illusions. They're not real creatures. They're illusions that he created with the help of these drones things. And the drones are extremely dangerous. They're like the Terminator robot, Terminator from Skynet, Terminator franchise. Like, that's seriously dangerous. Similar to like Ultron 2. That's scary. And yeah, it's really interesting. And like the plot details good, especially like especially the motive for why Mysterio decides to go after Spider-Man, etc. He tries to kill him and his friends, and he's really an interesting obstacle for Spider-Man. Like his illusions, the Mysterio illusion effects is so good. They make it so real for Spider-Man. He can't tell what's real or fake. And also Spider-Man learns to use his spider sense in this, and like they call it the Peter Tingle in this continuity. It's actually cute. I find it hysterical. Aunt May calls it the Peter Tingle, and he's like, Aunt May, please don't call it the Peter Tingle. It's so hysterical. And yeah, like he learns how to use the spider sense. It's like it's a developing turning point movie for Spidey. I mean, No Way Home's the real one, but this is a smaller version of a turning point for him. And yeah, Tom Holland, like, he knows how to stay in character with Peter Parker and Spider-Man. It's really awesome. And like there are some Easter eggs too, like they Avengers Tower is being renovated, which people think is going to be the Baxter building. A lot of people thought it was going to be Oscorp, but I guess we'll find out in future installments. Spider-Man 4 for the MCU is scheduled to come out in 2026. It's expected to be scheduled to come out in 2026. They didn't officially confirm it, I don't know, but I think they'll make an official announcement sooner or later. By estimate, at least at this rate, it has to. Excuse me. And oh wow. A guy named Dimitri makes an appearance in this movie, and a lot of people, I think it's the Chameleon. Like, I wouldn't be surprised since they were really mysterious people, and when you hear Dimitri, the first thing that tends to come to your mind is the Chameleon. So I think the Chameleon's supposed to show up in this franchise sooner or later. I think we'll see Chameleon. And like yeah, it's an awesome obstacle movie for Spidey. We also got like cast bloopers, deleted scenes, stealthy Blu-ray exclusives, stealthy Easter eggs, far from home, far from home, suit up, Fury and Hill. Thank you, Mrs. Parker, and much more. And like Samuel L. Jackson's so hysterical in this movie, and so is Maria Hill. And the post-credit scenes are really interesting. I was expecting more of like a new villain introduction in the post-credit scene, but it wasn't in this one. Maybe in a future Spider-Man movie they'll do a post-credit scene where they introduce a new villain. That's what I'd like to see, so it can entertain me. That's what I would like. Really, I really mean that. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, everybody. So yeah, like Tom Holland does awesome, Zendaya does awesome, and I forget the the guy who played Ned Leeds. I'll see it when I see it. Hang on. Jacob Batalon. Okay, they're all good. And Mysterio's an awesome villain. He really challenges Spider-Man a lot, and the character development, the interaction is awesome. It really sets Peter Parker up to become the new Tony Stark / Iron Man in a way. And it pays tribute to Iron Man a lot too. And this one guy who used to work for Tony Stark, Obadiah Stane, he makes a cameo appearance, like this guy who worked with Obadiah Stane, this guy from the scene. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps, and like it's also revealed that Quentin Beck used to work for Tony Stark, and he was the one who created that illusion effect stuff that's shown in that presentation in Captain America: Civil War, and Tony Stark fired him for calling it barf, and he decided to take his idea, and it was like a revenge story. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio was Quentin Beck was backstage when that presentation happened. He was jealous and he got angry. So yeah, good story, good character development, good movie, good sequel. It's not as I don't think it's as exciting compared to Spider-Man: Homecoming and Spider-Man: No Way Home. Like it's okay. Like if I were to I'll do a ranking video on a separate occasion. But now, it's a good movie. It's an okay movie. Not the worst, not the best. I'll put it that way. I'll do a ranking of not only this trilogy, but every single Spider-Man movie that came out theatrically so far in a future video. I'll do it eventually. But yeah, Spider-Man: Far From Home, released in summer of 2019, starring Tom Holland, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jon Favreau, Samuel L. Jackson, Zendaya, Marissa Tomei, Jacob, whatever's. Batalon, etc. Great sequel, great movies, okay movie, great character development, great storyline, great effects, great obstacles. So yeah, great comments and great character development. Rate, favorite, subscribe, even comment, and I'll talk to you later when we talk about Spider-Man, another thing about Spider-Man. See you soon. Peace.